for the series we're doing as part of our Reg CF raise on WeFunder. And today's topic is on Wrapify's business model. So really appreciate y'all for spending some time. I know this is the week between Christmas and New Year's, lots of holiday travel. So the fact that you're spending some time with me is very appreciated. So today's focus is Wrapify's business model. Going into this three-sided marketplace. At the forefront, we've got our drivers and brands. And so, brands pay Wrapify to deploy advertising campaigns on gig vehicles in single markets, multiple markets, or national campaigns. The third side of our marketplace is our installer base. And I think somebody was just mentioning that they can't hear. Let's make sure. Here. Check. All right. Looks like audio has been fixed. All right. Sorry. Sounds like there's some audio issues on the other stream. So today's live stream is about Wrapify's business model. Quick overview of this three-sided marketplace we created. At the forefront, we've got our drivers, roughly 500,000 drivers, folks that drive for gig services like Uber and Lyft and Uber Eats and Instacart and Grubhub and DoorDash, as well as folks that want to just monetize their commute. So, it's a big ecosystem of gig workers across the U.S. We also have the third side of our marketplace, which is our installer base. We also operate a network of wrap installers, vehicle graphics installers, sign shops that do fleet vehicle graphics and wrap installs. And so that network is growing. I think we were north of 500 installers nationwide. And that goes from, small two-man operation all the way up to really large scale fleet graphics install shop that has multiple employees. And so we have folks all over the country that do that. So really what it comes down to is the two sides of our marketplace. So drivers being gig workers, we really focus on being a bolt-on to the other gig services they're doing. So if you're a gig worker that drives for service like Uber or Lyft, this is a way for you to further monetize your time on the road. If you're doing food and grocery delivery for services like Instacart, Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, this is just another way for you to add some bolt-on revenue. And then on the brand side, we offer not just putting ads on vehicles, but our ability to actually measure what this outdoor advertising exposure actually does for a brand. And so that's really like what they're buying. Part of what they're buying is ads on vehicles in specific places across the country, in locales all over the country. But the why for why they buy Wrapify is really media measurement, the ability to retarget the audience exposed to this really unique out-of-home advertising. It also is is the highest recall of anything that moves according to Nielsen. In 2019, Nielsen did a out-of-home industry study, and of all the things that move in the out-of-home space, wrap vehicles were the highest in terms of most noticed. And that's not really a surprise to us because it's nascent, right? It's not normal to see 5, 10, 20 of these vehicles in a week or two in your commute, on your daily commute, in your neighborhood, in your area. And so we pair that really high recall with media measurement and the ability to retarget an audience exposed. As you'll see, there's brands behind me. These are some of the brands that have been on the platform recently or currently on the platform. We serve some of the largest brands and agencies on the planet. Again, we're not selling them car wraps. We're selling them really high recall out of home that could be deployed virtually anywhere with media measurement and multi-channel retargeting capabilities. So that's what makes Wrapify really special. In 2016, we patented a method of measuring impressions for a moving outdoor advertisement. That's what put us on the map. That's where the flywheel effect of getting brands to really latch onto our media product began. And we're 7 years into this, almost 8 years into this. So it's been a long journey, and we're continuing to push harder than ever to get more campaigns on the road. Ultimately, it's up to the brand or the agency on where they deploy advertising campaigns. So if you are a driver, you're somebody who downloaded the Wrapify app, and we don't have a campaign in your area, as much as we want a campaign in your area, we don't have the ability to just make that happen. So bear with us if you're in a market that's maybe a second tier, third tier media market. So not necessarily a tier one market like a New York or an LA. You might be waiting a little while. We are in 2023. We're developing some products we launched in 2022 to help drive value for drivers that may not have seen a campaign. So we actually created a new feature within the driver app that's available on iOS and Android called Driver Marketplace. And this is a way for you to learn about other ways to make money on the road and ways to save money. So we curate offers that are specific to Wrapify drivers. And some of the folks that have, I think DoorDash, Amazon, Remitly, and a few others have active offers in the marketplace. Some of it is regional, so if it's dependent on where you are in terms of where you are in the U.S. But these are ways for you to ultimately save more money or make more money on the road. We will be launching a few new products that allow drivers to further their income on the road with Wrapify. So that's, so stay tuned for that in 2023. We're pretty excited about that. But yeah, ultimately it's our goal is to see as many campaigns go live across the US so that as many people that have the driver app on their phone have the opportunity to actually be on a campaign and have the ability to earn. So, I know that this is a really, interesting time of the year. There's lots of time spent around the dinner table with family members. But my big ask to folks that are interested in investing in our WeFunder campaign is socialize it with your family and friends. If you believe in our mission, if you believe in the Wrapify platform, if you want to have a piece of this thing, make your reservations on our WeFunder page. It's wefunder.com/Wrapify. If you have questions about Wrapify, ask them on the WeFunder page. There's actually a Q&A section within WeFunder. So if you have a question about investing in this round, if you have a question about Wrapify's business model, if you have a question about me, that's a great place to ask it. It's a public forum. It's a great way for folks to be able to actually get into Wrapify. So it has been an interesting year in the media landscape. Brands are continuing to spend with us, but it is, as the economic tides ebb and flow, it definitely affects ad spend on platforms like Wrapify, as well as platforms that are all the way up to some of the largest digital platforms on the planet. So, we're experiencing all the same things that other ad platforms experience in times like these. And, we're continuing to persist. We're continuing to push as hard as we can. We are a small team, and we're 18 employees here in the US. And 2023 is a big year for us. It's a year of inflection. Our goal is to get back to profitability as quickly as we can. And we look forward to seeing you join the Wrapify ride as we continue to grow in 2023. With all that being said, I hope you have a happy holiday and a happy new year. Submit your Q&A on the WeFunder page. Again, it's wefunder.com/Wrapify. And I really appreciate you tuning in for today's live session. Thanks all.